What is up, Set Fishing? It is Jerry here. I'm finally getting a chance to, well, I've probably had many chances, so I ain't gonna lie. I'm finally taking the time out to do a little sit-down video and talk a little bit about sobriety and how things are going. The last video I did, I was talking about I was struggling a little bit. I'm doing a lot better. And I just had to get my mind right. When it comes to sobriety, the biggest battle is the mental side of it, because the physical aspects only last so long, like the withdrawing and the physical dependence. Because when it comes to opiates or painkillers or any kind of prescription drug, though it's supposed to be prescription, we tend to abuse them. They all have a physical and a mental dependency upon them, and the mental part of it is the biggest battle of it all. And once you can conquer the mental side of it, you become a lot stronger. And I let my mental game get weak, and I let it affect me in a way that didn't necessarily hurt me, but it could have if I didn't address it as I did, and if my wife didn't, call me out about it and ask me what was going on. Who knows if I would have addressed it properly. I believe I would have, but who knows, because that's the way we think. That's the way us alcoholics and addicts think. We got stinking thinking is what we call it. And it can lead you to some horrible places if you let it. So just always constantly build up your mental state, build up your strength mentally and your physical strength. I think physical health has a lot to do with addiction also. One of my biggest things is how much I work, and it can affect me. It's hard for me to balance sometimes work and home and spend the time with my family that I want to spend, put time and effort into the channel, put time and effort into filming content. It's a lot to maintain, it's a lot to balance, and sometimes it can have adverse effects where it becomes unbalanced, and then I become unbalanced and unstable. So just finding the right dose of where to place everything and how to balance your time correctly, doing all the things that I do, is a task in itself. But once I figured out the balance, once I figured out where my priorities are and what I need to spend most time of, and of course the time I need to spend most is with my family. That is utmost important to me. My family, watching my baby girl grow up, and work is one of the things that I still struggle with, because I spend a lot of time there, and it eats at me sometimes, and I just gotta put it in my head, put it in the mental side of me, that it's all for the good, it's all for the better, it's gonna better our future. And it's going to help me build a future for one day that I can spend all the time I want with my family. And hopefully that comes sooner than later, because I don't want to miss nothing. This is our first baby. We adore her. She's our world. We love everything about her, except her tantrums, of course. And she's starting to get those a little more. But, we love her. We adore her. And especially me, I don't want to miss a thing. And it becomes hard at times, especially working as much as I do. So just balancing that time, being able to come home after a 12-hour shift and still spend enough time with my family not to lose touch with them. It gets hard, and it's taxing at times, but it's worth it. I love them. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm becoming the father that I believe that she deserves, and my wife is definitely the mother she deserves. I couldn't ask for a better wife. So I guess I'll make this video about mental health awareness, putting people in your life that's going to help you to stay mentally strong, to build you up and not tear you down, to give you constructive criticism, because constructive criticism is good, though we as humans do not like criticism at all, especially me. I don't like criticism too much, but I can take constructive criticism. But if you're just dogging me, that's another ball game. So just stay mentally strong this year, this time of year. I know it's starting to transition into the time of year where we gather with family a lot. We're around a lot of parties. We're around Thanksgiving parties. We're around football parties. We're around Halloween parties, Christmas parties coming soon. So there's going to be a lot of partying. A lot of our friends and family like to drink, like to party. We just got to stay aware. We got to stay strong. We got to set the boundaries that are necessary to go to these parties, and set the boundaries with your family members to let them know, hey, I don't do this stuff no more. You know, don't offer it to me if you don't mind. And just set those boundaries with people, and if they have any respect for you, they'll accept your boundaries, and they'll respect your boundaries. And so it's very important to set those boundaries now, before the party and all starts, before all the family gatherings start. Set those boundaries. Let them know where you stand when it comes to alcohol, marijuana, whatever it may be. And just stay strong during these times. You are loved. You are cared for. If you feel like you're in a dark place right now and you have no one that you feel like you can lean on me, write me. I answer. I think I've answered like 99% of my YouTube messages. If you've messaged me on YouTube, I will answer. I will respond something back. If you wrote me on YouTube, I'll either, respond with appreciate it, thank you, much love. I'm responding with something. But if you're reaching out on YouTube and asking me a question, I'll respond, with a broader statement than that. So reach out. Your mental health is so important. I think especially this time of year, because this is the time of year things are about to get stressful. There's going to be a lot of pressure to provide for Thanksgiving dinner if you're a dad, if you have a family, to provide Christmas, to provide Halloween, going out for Halloween costumes, Halloween candy. Even if you're in the neighborhood and you're wanting to pass out candy for the kids, buying that stuff. There's a lot of pressure come this time of year, I feel like. So just be prepared and just have it in your head, knowing that this pressure is about to be put on you, and go ahead and start preparing for it now. I think it was like March or somewhere around that, we started a Christmas bank account to where I automatically took out of my check every week a certain amount of money. That way we would be already prepared for Christmas to a certain money amount. And of course I might want to spend beyond that, but we'll have that chunk already set aside, so we ain't saving big chunks last minute. So that was something that helped us become prepared for upcoming Christmas this year, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever done. Mental health can crush you. Ultimately, in the end, it can cost you your life. If you think you're not loved, you're not cared for. And when we get tied up in drugs and alcohol, we tend to push people away. And then as a coping mechanism, we try to say, there's no one there for me, no one loves me. And really we just pushed everybody away, and we become so worried about our addiction or alcoholism that when we do strike up them relationships again, we tend to tear them down right away. For some reason, that was something I'd done a lot. I'd get too comfortable, and I'd feel myself opening up a little too much, and I'd find a way to crush that relationship by saying something stupid, doing something stupid, and I've seen it happen with others. And it's just something we do as alcoholics and addicts. We become very gypsy-like, where we run alone and we want to do our own thing. And some of us are social, addicts and users. Me, I was a little bit of both. I love my alone time. I love being alone. I love getting high alone, and that's really rare, actually, because a lot of people want to use with somebody else, want to do something with somebody else. And me, I wanted to do everything alone. So I was so comfortable with being alone, I'd just push everybody away. Even when they were just trying to help, even when they were just trying to love me, I'd still find a way to push them away. And we recently had something happen in the family that is very, very devastating. Me personally, I wasn't super close, but it was devastating to see the family that's so close to me go through this. The world is crazy right now. You don't know and don't understand what you're dealing with. If I was still on the drug scene, I might not have my life today. And when this certain thing happened, that was the immediate thought I had in my head, to the point where it almost brought me to tears, because with the way everything is in the world right now, you don't know what you're getting. Yeah, they might tell you it's Percocet or Roxy or Oxycontin, methamphetamines, whatever it may be. Yeah, they may say that's what it is, but it could have that booster in it. It could have fentanyl. Fentanyl is an epidemic in the United States right now, and it's killing so many of our young people, old people. It's not a respecter of persons at all. It will take your life from you. And that's all addiction ever wants to do. It wants your life. The devil is behind it, and he wants your life. He wants my life back. But by the grace of God, I'll never give it to him. So you got to be really careful. If you're out there using again, which I hope you're not, or if you're out there using and haven't even tried to get sober yet, be careful, be mindful. There's fentanyl and everything that's killing a lot of people, and they're putting it in these drugs just to have people fiending, just to have people wanting their product more. They don't care about you. You're just another dollar bill to them. They don't care about you. They don't love you. They just want to see you bring them money, and that's it. So they put this in their drugs so you'll come running back. And all it takes is a little too much. And if I ain't mistaken, if it's pure and if it's good, the ballpoint pen, the ballpoint part of it is enough to kill you. So just be very mindful if you're out there. If you're struggling and you want to seek help and don't know where to start, reach out to me, please. I can help guide you in the right direction to get you started in the program that may help you. If you're in the Polk County area or the Tri-County area, reach out to me and I can point you in the right direction. If you're ashamed, secret message me. I got a TikTok also, and now I'm happy to announce I started a Facebook page just for Set Free Fishing. It's called Set Free Fishing. So I got my Set Free Fishing Facebook page. I got Set Free Fishing on Instagram, and I got Set Free Fishing on TikTok. You can message me on any of those social media accounts and private message me, and I'll point you in the right direction to get the help you need. don't be ashamed to ask for help. That's one of the things that kept me in the drug scene for 13 years of my life wasted, because I was so ashamed to admit that I was an addict. I was so ashamed and prideful. Even when I relapsed, I was too ashamed to admit that I went back out using after I was clean for 2 years. And I was very prideful, way too prideful to admit it. And thank God that, you know, He set officers in the right place to pull me over at the right time. It all happened at the right place, the right time, to stop me from killing myself. Because ultimately, that's the only place this thing leads to. Addiction, alcoholism, it leads to death. They say jail's institution and death, and yeah, that's true. But ultimately, the inevitable is death. It's going to come one day or another, sooner than you think. You know, you never know when you're going to take your last breath. You never know when you're going to wait. Even me, being sober, I don't know when my last day is. I hope it's until I'm 70, 80 years old, but we don't know. You know, death is not a respecter of people. You know, it'll take young, old, rich, poor. It don't care. It happens every day in our life. So just be mindful of that, and just be aware of your mental health this month, and the upcoming months. Just try to stay mentally strong. Try to build up ways to cope with situations that may happen this time of year. If you're under job loss, you know, you're struggling with bills, and inflation's through the roof right now, and gas prices at the gas stations through the roof, and you got to balance freaking food or gas, or, you know, there's so much going on in the world right now that's devastating to us middle class, that is stressful. People are losing their lives over all the freaking money that it takes just to live and breathe each day. So become mentally strong enough to carry you and your family. Reach out if you're struggling. Reach out. Please reach out, man. I don't want to lose nobody else. I don't want to lose no friends, no family. And if you watch this channel, and that's what you are to me, your friend, your family. I care for you. That's the whole reason I started this channel, because I care for the alcoholic and the addict that's still struggling, still suffering, and I care for the ones that are making it too. So just reach out to me, and I pray to God I'll be able to lead you in the right direction. Ultimately, God is the one that set my feet straight, that put me in the right direction, and gave me the courage to call detox. That's the best place to start, is detox. They're going to make you start there anyways. So to go to the detox facility, to get into an inpatient program or an outpatient program, whatever you choose or whatever they see best fits you, is the place you're going to start regardless. They're always going to put you at detox. And so God led me in the right direction. God saved my life. Not only did He save it once, but He saved it twice. He saved it many a times, to be clear. He saved my life so many times I can't even count. But He ultimately saved my soul and saved my heart from the destruction of drugs and alcohol. Because if it you know, drugs was my choice, but alcohol was number two. If I couldn't get the drugs I needed, it was cheaper and easier, and, you know, hammer a few back, and, you know, you can numb the world just as easy. But that ain't the way to numb it anymore. You know, I don't want to numb this world. I want to face this world. I want to go out and embrace those that are struggling and be able to. That's why I chose to stay right here in my hometown, because I've seen so many people struggle just like me. And if I could be saved by the grace of God and He turned my life around, I know He could do it for anybody, because I was the lowest of the low. You know, so if He can do it for me, He can do it for any of them. So ultimately, open your heart up to God. You know, He paid all. You know, He sent His Son Christ to die for us. And if we believe in Him, and if we believe in our heart and confess with our mouth that Jesus is Lord, you know, we will be saved, you know, and we will have eternal life. And ultimately, He's the only reason that I am sitting where I am today. He's the only reason I'm able to sit in front of this camera and talk about my past and be able to talk about it freely and know that it might help someone, know that my testimony, my story could save somebody's life, you know, or help save, because ultimately I'm not the one that's going to save you. Christ is the one that's going to save you. So just reach out, you know, if you need prayer, if you're struggling with a certain situation in your life and you need prayer, reach out, private message me on any of those social media apps. Private message me. I'll put you in my prayer. I'll pray for you. I have loved ones that would pray for you. You know, my mom and dad, my brother. My brother recently got saved, and it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, we was always around. You know, my dad always talked about God. Always read his Bible. Always said his prayers. So it was implanted in us at a young age. We just never chose to grasp it. And now I'm saved. My brother got saved. You know, his wife got saved. His family is doing so great. The church has been so good to them. And it's so beautiful to see God move and work through my family the way He has, man. It's been amazing. So I thank God every day that He turned my life around and saved my soul. And that's the best way you can become mentally prepared, is get into the Word of God and start reading His Word, and it gives you physical and mental strength to conquer each day and know that you'll be able to withstand the fiery darts of the devil, because you have the whole armor of God, which is His Word and His truth, because He is the only way, the only truth that there is. And ultimately, He's the one that gave me the name for this channel. He's the one that He knew I love fishing, and I combined my two compassions, and that was to see addicts and alcoholics recover, and I love to fish. So I combined the two, and that's how I got this channel. And he's the one that gave me the idea for it, and I thank Him every day that I have this opportunity to speak to others, to make videos for others, and hopefully these videos reach the right person and they can get the help they need. I thank everybody so much for all the views, for all the likes, for all the shares that you may have shared my videos. It means the world to me, and one day maybe it'll be big enough where I can reach worldwide, other countries and stuff. I'll just keep working hard at it, keep grinding at it. You know, my wife does a spectacular job on editing these videos, because I am no dang content creator by no means. I'm still working, I'm still struggling doing intros and stuff, so bear with me. I'm working on that. I'm working on getting better at doing intros, introducing my guests on the channel, introducing the techniques I'm using while fishing, what I'm fishing for, how I'm fishing for. I'm trying to get better at all that, so just bear with me. I'm trying to become this content creator and balance home life and balance work life. Just bear with me. I promise I'm gonna get there, and someday maybe this channel will blow up, and all the ones that stuck by me through the small stuff, just know that I'm very grateful. Ultimately, I thank my wife, I thank my family, I thank everyone that has stood by my side and encouraged me to make this channel, or continue to make this channel. I thank my wife so much for all the editing and hard work she does, and I thank y'all. I thank y'all so much for watching these videos, and while you're out there, make the tug your drug.